So Rocky made the choice for me very easy, and I chose the spot that is right next to the creek. And I set up my tent and put an extra cover on it because it was supposed to rain all day. However, it didn't show any signs of rain. So the last time I had internet was 5 days ago, and it said that today was going to be a rainy day. So I'm preparing for that because I'm going to go leave camp, going to go check out those beaver ponds, see if I can actually find a beaver. But I did prepare my tent for it. I do have my green tarp up over my tent. I have a nice little vestibule here for me to sit in in case it gets really downpour when I come back. I got a nice area, also a nice area for Rocky to be out of the rain as well. So I'm really happy with this setup currently right now. I'm going to zip all this up and then start heading out on the trail. Heading back to the trail, I have my map and my compass and my tea. I have my rain jacket and my knife, and Rocky is carrying a little small water purifier, a snack for him and a snack for me. I know there's a lot of debate amongst us Leave No Trace backpackers about campsites in the wilderness. I'm going to share my thoughts and welcome your comments on this debate. When I backpack, I want to feel alone and part of nature. As I hike through on this adventure, I see multiple campsites. I can't help it, but it upsets me. It takes away the feeling of being alone that I long for. In my 20 plus years of backpacking, I've only had about 3 total fires, and that was for survival purposes only. There are ways to have a fire and leave no trace. With the risk that a fire can do to our Colorado Rockies, I recommend no fires in the wilderness areas unless you have to. These campsites have benches, trash, man-made shelters, and I understand the want and need to play and to practice survival skills, but I hope people do it in a designated campsite or on their own land or private land that they have permission for. And to keep the wilderness wild for our kids and ourselves to enjoy nature as it is intended. I know I'm opening a can of worms on this debate, but I welcome your constructive comments below. Okay, enough of that. Let's go see some cool stuff. backpacking is going to change due to technology. And what I mean by that, I think that people are going to have a handheld device that is either powered by the sun or powered by movement, and it's going to tell them what trails to go on. It's going to tell them about the trail. For example, it will say beaver ponds on your right, or a deer is approaching on the left. Use caution. Or there's a muddy trail up ahead. Please have appropriate foot attire. Yeah, that's my computer voice. But I'm like, that's how it's become. And I really think that the technology has just made us stupid. I have a friend in her 40s, and if I were to give her a map, she would have no idea what to do. She is solely dependent on her GPS to get her from one place to another. Is this what we've become? Is this what the technology has done to us? Let me know in the comments below. What you guys are going to see next is my dog is struggling a bit. I want you to know that I know that he was okay that whole time. I know he could get himself out of it. So I don't want you guys worrying. My dog is fine. I just want to give you just a little pre-warning. This next little video clip is going to show him struggling a little bit. But you'll see that he figures it out. You see, nothing to worry. He was totally fine. He got over to the other side. I crossed the bridge. He was so proud of himself. He got down on his two front paws and started jumping around in circles, and he was all excited and happy that we made it across that bridge. I knew he could do it. He wasn't in a severe danger. He wasn't going to break his leg, so we were all good. We made it back to our campsite, all safe and sound, and relaxed and put our feet in the water. It was great. If you guys haven't seen these before, I showed in another video. It's these yogurt melts. I'm not being paid to promote that. I'm just saying it is an awesome treat to have while backpacking because it is so light. It is like eating freeze-dried yogurt. In a previous video that I've done, I challenged myself to not eat for 2 days and backpack, using a lot of energy and exercising. I learned a lot from that video. Take a look at that video. So for this backpacking adventure, I packed extra food. So I packed probably an extra 2 to 3 days worth of food. I probably didn't need to pack this much food, but I am well prepared this time. I planned on showing you guys everything I brought, but because my memory card was full, I have to do some voiceover, so I apologize for that, but maybe I'll shoot another video kind of showing some of the food that I bring for backpacking. But I'm just going to go over this really fast. I kept things in their containers, their wrappings, so that you guys can see the brands that I buy. So I'll just start in the upper left, and those are those yogurt melts that I showed earlier. Love those. And I also have 2 treats, those yogurt melts and some M&Ms in case I get a chocolate craving, because it does happen. Then I have some beef jerky, and that gives me some protein, fills me up a bit. And then I have like a little pasta sides is what they're called. You can find them at any grocery store. And then you'll see there's a little packet above it, and that is some olive oil. And now I'm going to go to my oatmeal, which is down over on the left side again. So I have a whole packets of oatmeal because oatmeal fills you up fast. And when I'm out there, all I care about is just getting my stomach full. There's many times I'll have oatmeal for dinner. And then I have a little, I don't know what you got, the fruit thing you get at Target. Next to that, I have some dried mushrooms that I like to put in with the noodles and stuff. It just gives it a little bit more solid stuff in there. I don't know what's in that bag. Oh, that's mac and cheese. Yes, so I have some mac and cheese over there. That's like a new thing from Kraft Mac and Cheese. So I've tried that, and I've done it in my last one of my other backpacking videos. I really liked it, so I bought some more of that. Then I go down to the bottom where those baby reds are. That is mashed potatoes. Love having mashed potatoes. They're very lightweight. They expand really big, and they taste really yummy. And you can add little bacon bits to it. You can add little pieces of cheese or whatever you want to do to that. Next to that, I have pancake mix. This was like kind of a nice treat for me. I was going to cook some pancakes, and I have a little package of syrup on there, which is a little bit more weight than I usually carry, but I was only going for 3 days, so I was okay with that. And then I have a whole bag of tea because I like tea. I like some flavored water as I go. And then, of course, you guys are probably used to seeing that package. That is some ramen. And again, this would be about 3 days worth of food for me, hiking about 8 miles a day. So my dinner of choice today was teriyaki, beef jerky, and some mac and cheese. And I put it up in a tree, the rest of the food, so the bears wouldn't get at it. So I'm back in the city. I ran out of memory, but don't worry, I still saved some, and so I'll take you back to my campsite here shortly. But I did want to show you guys my survival pack. I do have it with me. I want to show you what I have in here. So I'm going to show you really fast, and then I'll take you back into the wilderness. Okay, this is the pack, or the bag that it comes in. It has some emergency signals in case you're trying to signal a helicopter of what to do. It has it on the back. I got this for a Christmas present. I kept some of the stuff in there, and then I added some stuff. And then I also, just so you know, I don't only just have this stuff. I also have some other stuff in my pack too. Not everything fit in there. So like I have a lighter, I have other items, matches, my knife, and so forth. But this is what I put in this little package right here. And it comes with this little plastic bag. And it all fits in here, which is really nice. I'm going to start with kind of my first aid type stuff. I got an antiseptic towels, I got antibiotic ointment, anti-acid, I have some burn cream, some gauze pads, some band-aids, and these are ideal for blisters. I get a lot of blisters sometimes because I'm hiking a lot. Really like those. I also even carry around a little, it's not in this pack, but I carry around a little like medical tape. I got some metal wire. Not sure what that's for. That kind of came with the pack, but maybe if I ever needed it, I have it. Got a little light, a little paracord. This kind of looks like dental floss. Again, I never used it, but or it feels like dental floss. I'm not sure what I'd use that for. You guys have an idea for that? Let me know. Here's a lighter, one of those lighters that look like a torch when you light them, with a striker. I have one of those emergency blankets. You guys are probably really familiar with those. A whistle, but I also carry a whistle around my neck anyways, but that's a backup whistle. If you guys see any of my videos of me fishing, you'll know I suck at fishing. So this is a fishing kit here. I don't know if I'd use it, but I have it just in case, and a bunch of weights and fishing line and stuff like that. I don't know why I'd need this. It came with the pack, but in case I need to sew on a button, I have something to sew on a button. You never know. Here's another one, a snare. I don't know if I'd use this, but I guess in a survival situation, maybe I would try at least. So I have it in there. It doesn't weigh that much. I also have one of those little mirrors. So what you do is you look through the hole up at the helicopter and you kind of move it a bit, and the helicopter can find you easier. Let's see what else. Oh, it also has this nice little instructions, which I've read like 20 times, because when you're sitting in your tent and you got nothing to do and you have nothing to read, you end up reading every one of your, like I would read a Band-Aid. You know, you start reading everything when you get bored and sitting in the rain. So I have this little instruction thing of like how to set up your snares, and you know, how to make a fire, how to make a bow drill, all that kind of stuff is inside there. So that is my survival pack. And again, this is Bear Grylls. Some of it is Bear Grylls. I think I added a lot of this stuff is more mine. But I enjoy it. I haven't had a need to use it yet. So I think that, you know, I carry it around everywhere I go. So I just probably need to add to it or subtract some stuff. But anyways, I'm going to get you guys back on the trail. I'll get you back to my campsite and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Sun is setting, so I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to put down the camera and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is a chilly morning here in Colorado. We are leaving our mountain stream and we are all packed up and ready to go. Now my memory card is just about shot. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to capture today, but I'm just going to leave you guys with a little scenery on my way back to the parking lot where my car is, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This has truly been a magical experience. All of the rivers and the sights and the huge rock formations. It has just been a beautiful trail, and I'm so happy that I changed my mind last minute. And there's a reason for everything, right? So I'm gonna definitely take my kids backpacking here next summer. I'll bring another memory card so that way I can show you guys more of this trail. This is a wonderful trail for someone brand new to backpacking, brand new to wilderness, and even if you just want to go for a little day hike, you could do that as well. I totally recommend this trail. If you want to know what this trail name is, go to my Facebook, personal message me. My links. Yep, you guessed it. My memory card got full again. So what I was trying to say was that in the description below is a link to my Facebook. Go ahead and personal message me, and I'll let you know what the trail name is and answer any questions that you might have. Again, just a wonderful trail to be on. When I arrived to the parking lot, I was the only car there. So for 2 days straight, I didn't see one person on the trail. It was wonderful. I loved it. But my adventure was not over here. So I leave the trailhead. Within 5 minutes of leaving the trailhead, I see this car on the side of the road. The windows are all down, the doors were all wide open, and I'm like, holy cow, what happened? And then as I'm driving, and I'm going kind of really slow, I hear this girl scream and yell. And I look over, and there she was, and she was actually sitting to the right of this photo. I don't have a picture of her just for privacy's sakes, but I was like, oh my God, what do you do to your car? She's like, I don't care about my car. That's my brother's car. She said the car lost control and went off the highway. I don't know. I would think it was the driver that lost control, but but that's okay. I don't know the car. Maybe the car was broken or something. Anyways, so she's stranded there. I was the only one at the trailhead. No one else was leaving. I didn't see anybody for 2 days. She could be sitting there for a couple days. There is no cell coverage at all in this area, at all. And the nearest town was about an hour and a half drive from this spot. So of course I ask her if she needs a ride, and of course she takes me up on the ride. But, so I said, well, get out the things that you need and stuff. And what she had with her, she had a sleeping bag in the car, and she had a, what do you call those reflective things that you put on the dashboard? Those little discs that you fold out. She had one of those, and that's all she had. She had no water. She had no food. She had no, oh, and she had a dog. She had a dog with her. And of course, I have Rocky in the car, so I had to tie up Rox so he wouldn't pounce on her. Actually, he's okay with other dogs. He just doesn't like other people. So I tied up Rocky, and her dog sat on her lap the whole way. And I drove her all the way back to the big city. And but it really kind of makes you wonder, what you have in your car or something like this were to happen. I mean, she would have just froze that night. I mean, she'd be okay because they're still it's probably in the upper 30s at night, but it's freezing, and she could have been there a couple days without a person coming by. So if this is anything, this is just a reminder to make sure you keep stuff in your car so that just in case you have to spend the night outside, you are prepared for that. And this was a really big reminder for me, and especially from when my girls start to drive. They're probably not going to have new cars. They'll end up having a used car that, might lose control and drive off the road. So I just want to make sure that, everyone's just aware to make sure you have something in your car, whether it be a sleeping bag or something warm, so that way that you could survive a night, and hope, and if you're going out somewhere that's truly remote, that you have an extra plan. I mean, she didn't have any water in her car. She had nothing in her car at all. So keep that in mind. If anything, it's just a learning experience.